Yo, YouTube, what to do? It's your boy D-Wise back again with a video. In this video, I'm gonna do a little bit more of a recap on the gold trade that I took yesterday. Um, One I do want to touch on. I know I mentioned 100K challenge with Clarity Traders, which is why I have this pulled up. This is on Trade Locker. So right now I'm a hundred. Right now total amount is 100, 130. The current trade that you see running right now, this is a Nas trade that I got in earlier this morning. As you are right here, we're gonna see how that trade potentially turns out, and however this trade ends up playing out, I will be making a video on why I entered it as well. But the main topic as of right now is gold. Well, again, what I my trade from yesterday. I just wanted to show this to still try to be as transparent as I possibly can. So this when I had entered gold yesterday, I had entered two positions. I know I had talked about how, a big reason why I feel like that trade didn't really go in my direction because I didn't have a pullback on the daily. Here's the trade that I took right here. Had two entries and ended up losing. So a little over $1,000, nothing too crazy. And the thing is, the reason why I'm making this video is because um when the market closed at 4 o'clock and opened back up. Market closed, I went to the daily and I seen how the daily had a candle of pullback. I was like, I was missing morning. So since that's what I was missing yesterday, the prior before, I'm like, okay, uh since I have a pullback, let me see if I could potentially entry. My overall bias and analysis was right. I just feel like I got in when I shouldn't have because I didn't have a pullback candle on the daily. So with that being said, I'm about to go over here to trading view and I'm gonna go to gold. And I'm gonna break this down again, but I'm gonna show how I have a candle pullback, why I got in, and things of that nature. Oh, if I zoom in, and from the previous video, this red candle right here, when I had made the video the day before, this red candle was not here. If anything, this red candle, this was the I'm trying to think. This was the actual candle, so the candle hadn't closed yet. It was the open candle for that specific day. So this red candle was not present when I traded yesterday and when I made the video as well. So now, since the candle has been printed, there's one candle of pullback. I'm gonna explain how I got in for buys second time. So my analysis, I said overall still the same. Daily, overall bullish sentiment. Per hour, same thing. And this is not going to be super much long of a video because I already kind of broke this down yesterday, but I'm explaining what made me get in second time. So 4 hour overall, you see bullish sentiment. 1 hour, I know I talked about where I got in, got my entry around right here, around probably 3 o'clock, was when I had got stopped out. As I said, the market closes around 4 o'clock. It's closed for 1 hour, a 1 hour grace period, and then it'll open up again at 5 o'clock. So the market opened up again at 5 o'clock. Um, Price was right here, and I was contemplating. I'm like, am I really gonna enter again? Because normally I just trade New York session, but this just looked like a pretty good textbook setup to me. This was what I seen with a pullback candle on the daily, I would have entered. But I was like, you know what? Since I have a pullback candle now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna re-enter. So I entered this trade around. Okay, so this was 3. 4, 5, 6. This was around 6 p.m. yesterday. I had entered on. I'm gonna put a eclipse candle on here. I entered on this opening candle right here. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna mark it. All right. If you're able to see that, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. This on the opening of this specific candle right here. Uh, I got in. I kept my stop loss pretty much in the same place. And I was like, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna let this play out, and I'm gonna see how how this trade plays out. So on the 1 hour, the current high was right here. Granted, this, again, I said I ended on this candle right here. So on price that closed above my high, so this candle had closed above the previous 1 hour against the closed over the previous 1 hour high. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Once it closed, I moved my stop loss right here. Instead of my stop loss being right here, price made a new higher high on the 1 hour. So I moved my stop loss from here and I brought my stop loss all the way to here. I can't bring it from here all the way to there whenever you're using this type of tool and you do like this. That means that you put your trade is technically, break even, risk free. You don't win. I mean, well, you don't, I'm not gonna say you don't win, but you don't lose, quote unquote, because where you had your stop loss is in profit. So if your stop loss were to get hit, your stop loss will get hit and you will still make money. So price made a new higher high, have my stop loss moved it right here. So at this point, my stop loss being in profit, if my stop loss were to get hit, which as you see it did, one of these free candles over here, I'm gonna get to that in a few seconds. Me putting my stop loss right here, this is the definition of a risk-free trade. Break even slash risk-free, meaning that when you're in a trade and price makes a new, you know, like a high, higher low makes a new higher high, if we're bullish, or we have a low, lower high, new lower low, and it's bearish, whenever that happens, wherever your original stop loss is, you move it to the next higher low or lower high that had been printed. And with mine being printed, I have moved mine right here because again, a previous 1 hour high was right here. I entered on this candle and I entered on that candle right there. So me entering on that candle, stop loss down here, most recent higher high on the 1 hour up here. When price closed above, when this candle closed above the previous 1 hour high, I moved my stop loss right here. With me moving my stop loss right here, I'm officially in a risk-free trade. And if my stop loss ends up getting hit, I'm not gonna lose any money. So with that, come this morning, this was around this was 12, like this was like midnight. So 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. I know it says 8 right here. This is Eastern Standard Time. I'm Central, so although it says 8 o'clock, if you look down at the bottom, technically it's 7, but I know it says 8 down here. I'm differentiating, Eastern Standard Time and Central Standard Time. So 8, 9, stop loss was hit around 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Central. Stop loss got hit. And if I go back to Trade Locker, and I had entered twice, and I made. Let me do the math on this real quick. Let me see. 133.90 plus 101.20. Ended up making a total of $235 on this trade. A break even trade, a good trade, and we will be back tomorrow. Again, I'm also still gonna be paying attention to this Nas trade to see how this Nas end up, how this Nas trade ends up playing out, because I will be making a breakdown on this trade as well. But I'm gonna go back to trading view, and honestly, that's pretty much gonna be the wrap up of this video. I just wanted to come back and touch up on the previous gold trade that I did end up taking. And the first one that I mentioned, I talked about how um I was just a little uncertain just because I was like, okay, the daily doesn't have a candle pullback, so this trade could have a pretty high probability of going in my favor. But if it don't, I may know the reason as to why, and it ended up not really going in my favor like that. I got stopped out, which is okay, but when I had the candle pullback, gave me a little bit more confidence. So I hop back in, and I was at least able to move my stop loss in profit to where I don't technically lose anything. But on that note, again, before I completely wrap up this video, in one of my other previous videos, I talked about how I purchased a 100K one-step challenge. When it comes to this YouTube channel, I told myself that I will document every single trade that I take. For me, just purchasing this 100K one-step account, I will document every win and loss that I encounter prior to me getting funded, and I'm very confident in myself. I do believe that I will, pass this one step and I will get funded. So even when I do pass this account and I do become funded, I will also do trade breakdowns for the trades that I take, even when I get access to the funded account as well. So uh I hope with the way that I'm, break this down, I hope this is making sense. If it's not making sense, just comment down below. If you have any, you know, ideas or tips to where I could potentially try and, break it down even better so that you can potentially understand, drop a comment down below. But on that note, stay blessed, control what you can control, and let God control what you can.